Light-skinned black women and white men are the same person in their respective communities. They cannot do any wrong in the eyes of the members of each of their respective communities. Light-skinned women can't do no wrong in the eyes of the rest of the black folks, and white men can't do no wrong to the rest of white people.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to talk about what I've noticed in the colorism community or whatever you want to call it. And this is from all different sides, like from the internet, real life, social media and whatnot. Because I definitely feel like colorism culture is changing and the narratives are changing. And some of that is for the better and some of it I do find interesting. So we're going to get into it. But first I want to show you guys some videos. So sit back and enjoy and let's get into it. So the first video, and I don't know what it is, but I've noticed when it comes to colorism culture nowadays, instead of wanting to like fight oppression and, change the system that put these type of things in place, a lot of people are using light-skinned women or mixed women or any woman that they consider a preference as a scapegoat for, their anger. And I've noticed that a lot of women that are light-skinned or lighter-skinned, that they're kind of playing into the humbling tactics as a way to show unity. And I'm not judging because if you know anything about my channel, I came from being very pro-black and I still feel like I identify as that. So I totally get that. But some of the stuff is just way more blatant than it was before. I think when the exotical community first started, it was almost like unheard of for a light-skinned woman to say, wait, I suffer with stuff too, because people feel like you have such privilege and you're on a pedestal that there's no way you can suffer with anything. But as of lately, I've noticed that a lot of people have recognized our suffering and feel the need to poke fun at it, if that makes sense. Like to the point to where it's almost inhumane. Like, I think when you demonize someone or deify someone, as in make them like a deity, like a god, like you put them on such a pedestal, it's inhumane. You treat them like they're not a real human being. So when the person said like evil light skin and light skinned women are gods in their respective community, comparing us to like white men as if we have that type of systematic power, it just goes to show that they're either deifying you or demonizing you, which leaves no room for compassion and empathy, like on a human to human level. And it's just insane. Now, that was two guys saying that. I want to show you guys the more female perspective from some videos that I found.
Baby, I'm not a Reese Cup kind of bitch. I'm an almond joy kind of bitch.
So now it's almost like every, guy is colorist and every woman who isn't dark skinned has to be, which I have no problem with that, like a social justice warrior. Like you can't even date a guy without wondering, how many dark skinned women have you dated? Are you dated? You know what I mean? And let's say if you are a lighter skinned woman and you do want to stand in solidarity and, weed out the bad guys, which is totally fine, they will still have a problem with you. This lady posted when he thinks because you're lighter skinned or thinks because you're not dark skinned, you'll talk about dark skinned women with him. And instead of people being like, oh, yeah, thank you for standing up for colorism, shout out to you, they're telling her that she's not even light skinned. Like they completely bypassed the video and just wanted to like snatch away her privilege by giving her the whole brown skin word. And then someone said if she called herself dark skinned, y'all would still have a problem. If she's dark, then what's the problem? And then they were saying like, do you hate yourself and all this other stuff. And only one person has said, do y'all know that light skin and dark skin is relative? And she's obviously and now she looks like she has a little bit of a tan to me. You can kind of tell when someone is having like a tan and that's not their actual skin color. But yeah, it's insane. But I've noticed that when light-skinned women or mixed women do try to stand in solidarity, if you say one little thing wrong, they will pick you apart.
As a light skinned woman, you really gotta understand when a man actually likes you for you or because of your skin complexion. What's weird is I actually had a guy in the past tell on himself and say, I love your skin complexion. Blocked. He don't like you. It is a fetish. That means that he don't have his own mind. He might be a little colorist. That means that man is still brainwashed from what we were taught. A lot of these people try to cover up the fact that they have a fetish with it's my preference because they don't even.
So I noticed that a guy commented saying there could just be a genuine preference and that he prefers brown skinned women. And nobody really like reacted to his comment, and a lot of people were just reacting to the comments of women that were, feeling the same way. And honestly, I never really thought about that. I feel like when you have genuine admixture, or you look like you do, or you just happen to be multi ethnic or multicultural, regardless if you're biracial or mixed, you're used to people commenting different things about you that's different, you know? And obviously, fetishization and race play. I don't know if you guys saw like the Shannon Sharp stuff. If you want a video on that, let me know. That shit was crazy. But like a lot of people are into that. Like, like the whole genetics thing, like wanting to have a mixed baby and stuff like that. So there's nothing wrong with wanting to guard yourself from people that are using you as, like a baby making machine. There's nothing wrong with that. But at some point, where are you allowed to just be a regular person that likes the way someone else looks? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like as a light-skinned woman or a mixed woman, you have to second think everything, and you have to live in this fight or flight where it's almost like, and I don't want to blame a certain creator or anything like that, because there are a lot of people, including myself, that did kind of really get deep into the social justice warring and all that other stuff. But if you happen to be on the other spectrum of that, like, because I just remember watching Chris's content and agreeing with everything she was saying. And I really didn't take anything she said personal when it came to light-skinned girls. I was a bit of a, a light-skinned guilt, sympathizer myself. Like, I had a lot of that. And I'm still kind of overcoming that. Like, I want to find a balance between calling out bullshit that's clearly racism or colorism, because that's something I'm still kind of passionate about. And I've considered myself an advocate for all underprivileged people, not just Black people. Like, I care about stuff like that. So I don't let one specific group take up too much of my attention. But if I notice that someone's going through something, or something unfair is happening to a certain group of people, I want to say something about it, So I want to have that balance between being pro-Black and accepting the fact that I look a certain way, and not letting people, gaslight me into feeling like I have to do the fucking most just to prove that I'm a human being and that I'm allowed to be attracted to someone and they're allowed to be attracted to me. It's almost like literally insane. But yeah, I'm kind of used to it, honestly. When it comes to especially women, I feel like we pick and prod at each other a little bit too much. And I would, if this was up to me, if I could control the narrative between light-skinned and dark-skinned women, I would want us to like work together. And I think at first glance, there's really nothing wrong with wanting to make sure you're not dating a colorist or someone that's fetishizing you. But at this point, whenever they see the light-skinned woman and dark-skinned man combo, or just Black men with a non-dark-skinned woman, they instantly make it a race thing. And that's when it becomes like psychosis, in my personal opinion. But yeah, I would love to know you guys' opinions. Thank you so much, and have a beautiful day. If you've noticed this shift where instead of like fighting the system, they just want to bully light-skinned women, let me know, because a lot of people like to act like the colorism bullying was only a one-side thing and that the other side didn't receive it. But here it is, clear as day. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment, and have a beautiful day.
My unpopular opinion is that light-skinned Keisha is in fact light-skinned. I mean, she kind of light-skinned, like light brown. She's on the lighter end of the spectrum. And I just have...
Bruh, y'all are not about to sit here and try and gaslight me. All my life, people been calling me light-skinned. I post one TikTok. Now motherfuckers want to talk about I'm brown-skinned.